We are back.
We are back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Doc Who Pod with your special guest host, Bradley Fuller. This is going to be the
Hey,
best Doc Who episode we've ever done. But today, I'm joined with my what was it you used to call me? Just special guest. My special guest, Josh
Co-host.
Butt, and my co-host, Jack Phillips.
hey, I've not
Welcome.
slipped down from the co-host. How are we doing,
Yeah,
everyone?
welcome, special guest, Josh Butt.
He's been waiting
How
so
we
long
doing?
to do that. You should have seen how intensely he took our fantasy football league. Almost the opposite. It was like two ends of the scale. Josh did it for the first 3 weeks and then just gave up. And then Brad was just like on it.
I mean, he picked a team for the first 3 weeks. It was the same team, and he didn't get any points, and he lost. There should be a
Well,
forfeit.
I
Actually,
would
for
like to
whoever came
confirm
last.
I couldn't log in for I totally lost my login about 10 days in, I think, and just was like, well, that'll do then, won't it?
Sounds like a poor excuse to me.
Does indeed. But anyway, although I am your host, I haven't bothered to do any notes for this, so I'm going to hand it over to the usual person. Take it away, Butty boy.
Well, what a fucking co-host that was, I tell you. That was
Yeah,
really something.
No, that wasn't a co-host. That was host. Host.
Sorry, yeah. What a guest host you've been for that. What, we've been recording for 2 minutes now, presumably.
You're welcome.
Let me tell you, I feel threatened. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Doc Who Pod. See, I've just fallen naturally back into it. You've already said this, but I'm just like, I've got to do it.
Yes. We'll cut this bit out.
Today,
It's fine. We don't need this bit again.
today we are talking about, because the host didn't tell you.
Forgot about that.
No, I've forgotten the episode name. Planet of the Ood. There we go.
Do you want me to take back over?
We're talking about Planet of the Ood. Before we jump in, JP, did you ever expect to see the Ood again?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it was one that a species that would come back up because I mean it was quite nice to give them their own story, or like a bit more background, but they were just kind of a bit of a null and void kind of creatures, weren't they? Really, in when we last saw them.
Yeah, I mean, Brad, like they don't. I don't know, man. They're an interesting villain to pick back up on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but obviously, when we last watched them in Satan's Pit, whatever it was, they all died pretty much, and you don't really expect to see them again. But I think bringing them back in this series is up there with part of the overall storyline. I think they're pretty sentimental to the whole storyline as a whole. Obviously, not giving too much away, but I like them.
Yeah, I think they're a good inclusion. Took me by surprise. Yeah, I mean, we're just back. I don't like his outfit this episode. He's doing this weird sort of like indie rocker thing with the open shirt and t-shirt underneath it. Not for me at all, if I'm being honest.
Wait, who? What?
The Doctor.
Does he?
No, he doesn't. He wears his own. He wears his own brown coat with just. He's just got the Hawaiian thing around his neck, sunglasses and a hat.
No, he's got an so yeah, he's wearing his brown suit, but he's then got an open brown shirt with the shirt collars over the suit collar, and then a
Does he?
t-shirt underneath. It looks very odd. It's a well strange outfit.
Ah, quite like it. I thought it was pretty good.
Not a fan. He looks like he's trying to be in an indie band.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
He does. Not a fan of it. JP?
I'm not gonna lie. I just thought he was just wearing his normal stuff.
I did too, really. Apart from the Hawaiian
Yeah,
thing.
just you Google it. It's very
Yeah,
odd
no,
outfit.
I've
I don't know
googled
how
it.
this.
It's a like kind of a burgundy shirt under his navy suit, under his brown overcoat. I mean,
I rate it.
I've got the worst fashion sense in the world, so I cannot comment on any fashion stuff whatsoever.
This is true. Your favorite t-shirt is a Hooters t-shirt.
I love my
Good
Hooters
point.
t-shirt,
Good point.
and I'll get very sad because it's starting to tear. So I've got to go back to Hooters and get another one. But
We'll go to Vegas.
I could go to Vegas. I'm on Vegas.
We are actually thinking of going to Vegas, by the way, Josh. If you're honest.
So sales are down. You'd are being sold as slaves.
I thought you
Something
meant for
that
Hooters then.
as right. Oh well, yeah, probably for Hooters as well. You can't say anything nowadays
Sales
with Me
down for
Too
Hooters.
movement, can you?
Fucking cost of living, honestly.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the Ood are being sold, and we've come to an Ood outpost. I mean, it's some references to slavery are a little bit less on the nose than others in this episode.
Really glad
bit
you
where
said
he's
that.
just flat out whipping an Ood on its knees, and I mean the gassing towards the end. I mean, is a bit.
Yeah,
it's a bit.
It's a bit World War II.
I don't know what the word is, but it's a bit World War II.
I'm really glad you made that point. Just as I was about to say my next note, loved the Ood pitch. I'm really glad you fucking put that one in there because now I sound like
What? What?
I thought the pitch was brilliant. The one with the, can I offer you some, sugar in the tea or something. I thought it was fucking brilliant. And then the
And then
episode
you've got the different voices, the man, the woman, and the Homer Simpson.
I did put sexy alien voice in my notes.
Oh, there's always a weird, sexy girl. Yeah, that is misogyny, and it's talking about the hashtag Me Too movement. JP, you'd have one dressed up in your Hooters t-shirt with that voice, wouldn't you?
Yeah, with the optional extras. But no, I don't know. I don't know what voice
Jesus.
it'd be. I don't know. I think I'd prefer like a Jarvis kind of sounding guy because you want to feel
You
posh.
trying to tell us something?
I want to feel posh. What?
You've heard it here first. This is Jack coming out live on air.
All right, mate.
Thank you, I guess.
Oh,
but no, I
hell.
just no. You just it's I don't know. It'd feel a bit weird if and there's nothing wrong with girl, but like it just be a bit weird. Like you see did you ever see the James Mayer Man in Japan thing?
Oh yeah.
No.
You know when he goes to like the maid calf thing, where they're all like the waitress is all dressed up like that. That like as much as I like girls, it'd be a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So yeah.
There's the whole thing that like that's why men don't have women sat navs, because they don't like being told what to do with a woman. So I don't know whether it would catch on or not. Also, it does heavily imply that people are shagging these Oods, and it does lead me to wonder, very briefly, what would a blowjob with all those tentacles be like?
Oh Jesus!
Oh dear! Oh Christ! I said it just got into.
It'd be like a blowjob whilst the balls are being tickled, but like all in one.
Yeah, like an octopus, kind of like I can imagine that it's got like a lot of suction to it.
Very strange.
I don't want to think about fucking an Ood. But that does bring me on to my next question.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one that I've just thought of: are there female Ood? Do Oods have genitals? But secondly, what is an Ood? Because jumping ahead, he obviously turns into an Ood at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Are all Oods transformed humans? Because we can't, even in the universe of Doctor Who, we can't just take a drink and transform into a thing. So what's an Ood?
No, I'm sure they said that the majority of Oods were cloned.
Yeah, they're a slave race, aren't they? They're bred and
yeah. I'm sure they said at
and
some point, and then the ones that did the singing were like the original Oods. So fuck knows where they came from. But yeah, I mean
the
they
OGs.
yeah, the OGs, yeah.
I don't know. I want to say in inverted quotes, subplot of Hanley slowly turning into an Ood. I enjoy it. I don't think it's relevant for the story. And I also just like, how does it happen? Like on a actual logical level, like how does he get turned into an Ood? I don't understand.
It was the drink that he was drinking was some kind of didn't I say it was some kind of molecule thing?
But what is this? You could just drink and change into a different species.
Oh, they literally have timey-wimey stuff. Like
I don't know. This is where it borderlines on fantasy for me, and I don't like it.
So sorry,
you quite like the fantasy in the new episodes.
Huh?
You quite like the fantasy in the new episodes.
No, I
Why don't you
famously
like
hate
it
the
here?
fantasy. That's why I don't like the Devil's Cord, because
Mm.
it's too fantasy.
But you like the fantasy of the bogeyman.
No, I like the science of the bogeyman, being that it's made
That's
from
no
the
science.
discarded snot. No, the
No.
fact that it's made from the snot, that to me is science fiction. But
Okay.
Devil's Cord and it's just music and magic. Nonsense. Don't like that.
Music and magic.
That is,
Listen
by the
to
way,
me
what
at
every
all.
musical sounds like to me. By the way, music and nonsense.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's always complaining. How much do you reckon they paid to get that Homer Simpson dough noise in the episode?
I was wondering that. Must be quite a bit. Simpsons are
I
pretty
reckon so.
big.
It depends if they use the original voice actor or not. Because I'm assuming, I don't know if it's copyright.
I think even a sound
That'd be
alike like
pretty
that.
legit.
Obviously, they're now both technically owned by Disney, so it would have been for free. But back in the day, did this episode predict Bad Wolf and Disney mixing?
So I'm just having a
Longer
look
silence
just to
than
see if Doe
expected there.
is. All I can find is Play-Doh and the
Sorry,
department.
there's a bit of a coughing fit there.
Oh yeah.
What did you say?
Did this episode predict Disney buying Doctor Who? Because Disney now owns Simpsons and owns Doctor Who.
Well, you do know Simpsons predict the future, so there's obviously a clear link there.
Oh, there you go.
Everything that's happened there. Yeah.
I can also confirm it is actually copyrighted.
Yeah, of course it would be. It's a catchphrase.
Yeah, it'd have to be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Interesting. There you go. You learn something new every day. I
You
don't know.
learn something new every day.
Yeah. It's just
Then
very
we get the
strange.
big CGI warehouse that's not very interesting, and it's got containers full of food. Well, I say containers full of food. It's the same 10 people in an oob, just repeated. There's the big crane bit, which is just nonsense.
Oh, Dan, I'll tell you what,
The claw.
that security guy was just hilarious.
Oh, the security guy from EastEnders.
Yeah, Brett said he was from
Is he from
EastEnders.
EastEnders?
Yeah, it's Mitch from EastEnders. He's not in it anymore, but he used to be in it.
I reckon he's got probably the worst death we've seen on Doctor Who so far.
Does he die?
Yeah, he gets gas.
Yeah, so he's about
eaten
to
by an
gas the Ood. No, he's
Oh,
about
yeah,
to
yeah,
gas
yeah,
the
yeah.
Ood, and then the Ood storm in from the outside, and you think, oh well, he's just been electrocuted to the head, and then it cuts to him in the cage. So the Ood have clearly wrestled with him, stolen his gun, beaten him to the floor, locked him in the cage, and then gas him to death. Like that's fucking nasty.
Class, to be fair.
Oh,
Fair play
it
to the
is.
O's.
I couldn't believe that. I haven't rewatched this episode for a long time, and I just was sort of, I was just cleaning my flat, and then I hear in the corner of my ear, I suppose, I just hear them go fetch the canisters. I was sort of like, oh, that can't mean what I think that means, does it? And then then it really hooks me in again. I was like, surely not. And then they just Auschwitz them. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the whole kind of thing did almost remind me a little bit of Jurassic Park in the kind of the commercials, trying to commercialize something that shouldn't be commercialized.
Okay, I can sort of see that.
So, like with the investors coming in, like, where the Doctor and Donna kind of make their way in with the investors, and it's all champagne and canopies and, and everything like that. And
They are slaves, though. That's what they're meant to be there for, isn't it?
We'll just let Twitter deal with that one.
Yeah, no. I certainly like the whole
What?
comparison, but I do think it's just a comment on slavery rather than
Yeah,
to
but
Jurassic
it
Park.
just like the especially where she's going, oh, it's just at the end of the shift alarm and then the fire alarm, and then she's like, oh, we've got to move out because the Ude are tired and we've got to get new one. It was just like that kind of the assistant. Oh no, what do they call them? Is it a PR person or HR? No, PR person.
Yeah, Solana.
Yes.
Right, just a quick question to interrupt you. Sorry, is she fit?
I rate it.
Glad I was interrupted for that one. Yeah, I think she's pretty good.
I thought she was all right. I thought she was quite cute.
Yeah. I just loved how quick she thought on her toes. That was the most impressive thing for me. Like the alarm went off, everyone's like, "What's that?" She's just like, "Oh, it's just the end of the work shift. Changing over. It's all good." And then the second
Yeah,
one
but
goes
she's
off.
now going to have to do that every day at the same time for whilst those investors are out.
Well,
Well,
doesn't
no, there'll
matter
be
because the
different
next time the
investors,
alarm went
different
off, she
days.
said it was a fire alarm. She's
The
got like
queen
a
of
book
bullshit.
in her quarters. She's got a book of like excuses for the alarm. Bet she had the dinner, like the dinner bell there as well. She'd be like, "Oh, it's dinner for the workers.
Dinner for the Ood.
Dinner for the Ood." Yeah, that's another one.
I did
Oh,
think it was quite interesting, and this is probably treading a line that I don't really want to get too close to, but casting an actress of presumably Indian or Pakistani heritage in an episode where the world is often referred to as the empire and there are slaves and they have colonized this planet and this mind brain, I thought was quite interesting. And I wonder whether it was intentional or whether she was just the best actress for the job.
don't know. I mean, it's an interesting comment, really.
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, as I was saying, same. Not really thought of that, but yeah, it could be. It could be a comment by the kind of the producers, but it's not really something I considered.
Yeah, just thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I do have an issue though with her and with the balding turning to an ood man. He's doing his shots of his hair tonic, and at
Yeah.
the beginning, she quite clearly she actually goes out of her way to say, "You didn't allow alcohol on this base. You're not allowed to drink." And he says, "No, no, it's just a hair tonic," and he drinks it. And
Yeah.
then it cuts to the free bar with the marketing executives getting pissed, and then they all die.
Your point is,
Yeah, I didn't think of that, to be fair.
Why include the line, "You said no alcohol on this base"?
no, that's
If
for the
you,
workers,
workers.
I
why
guess.
include that
Yeah.
anyway?
Yeah, but that's for the workers. I'm not allowed to drink at my desk, but if we was to host some kind of party in there, I could have a drink
It
there.
does also look like he's taking shots, which is
Yeah,
why
it's really
it's
weird
yeah.
that they gave him just in shot glasses.
It is. It's also weird that he's using it as a shot to like de-stress.
Yeah, like why is he saying drink when it's hair tonic? Like, it makes no
What
sense.
did you think about it? Oh, come on, what did you? That's the most interesting bit of this story for me is Tim McKierney, who is a fantastic actor, by the way.
Fucking
Love him
love
in
it.
Notting Hill.
Hey, Blackadder. That's where it's at.
Blackadder. I got what do you guys think about the whole him turning into a new thing? Jack, did you see it coming?
I tell you what, Brad can back me up
He
on
called
this
it
one.
well early.
I fucking called it well early. Absolutely
Really?
Yeah, genuinely.
nailed it, mate. As soon as he said he was going bald, I went, "Oh, he's going to turn into one of the Ood." I was
It
like,
annoyed
"What?"
me so much when you call us stuff so early like this. I'm thinking I would never have got that as a kid.
But the way I saw it though is why include that bit about he's going bald?
Just
Like
because
they
he's
don't.
stressed out, he's losing his hair.
Yeah, but this is Doctor Who. They're not going to just write a bit in or like have a subplot about a man going bald because it's stressful. It happens. Don't get me wrong, but this
They
is Doctor Who.
absolutely bloody would.
This isn't fucking EastEnders. Like we don't care about him going bald. We care about him turning into an Ood. And I was like, well, who are the other bald
Yeah, but
people? in this?
maybe it just shows how big a job he's got and how stressed out he is.
Why include it? Why? Like, bear in mind, this is the BBC.
Just for an extra bit of a storyline. You got to have other little bits going on. You can't just have
No,
one main character.
look, you do things for a reason. And I'll tell you what, I called it because the thing is, as well, is at the time they showed him, I think he was in a mirror or something. There was an Ood in the back. And I was just like, oh, there's another bald thing. He's turned into an Ood.
I do
think
think
you
it's
just got a bit
remarkable
lucky
how his just his just unmaked up, unedited face actually looked quite similar to an Ood as well.
Yeah, and that, I suppose.
Like that's a good bit of casting.
Yeah.
It's just him being bald, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think his face just looked like an Ood. What did you think of the actual transformation?
Oh, it was pretty cool.
Isn't
There were two things that Brad and I said about in this episode. Well, one bit that Brad said about, and there's a second I think as well. He said about it was proper, like kind of gross, and it was really gross. Like when the tentacles come out of his mouth and he starts like peeling off his head and everything like that. I thought that was quite cool. But the other thing is as well, it was very early on in the episode where Doctor and Donna find the Ood that had been shot, and it like jumps up into like a jump scare. That would have been terrifying as a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the whole episode would have been quite terrifying as a kid.
And then
So
you get
this was
that
actually Yeah, this was actually supposed to be episode 2, but they deemed it too dark, and they redid it as episode 3.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
No, that
Question for you both:
go
if you had to choose one, what would you rather have to transform into? The Ood, like in this episode, or the gas mask zombie in Eccleston's? They're both pretty grim
Oh,
transformations.
good
Oh,
point. They're
that
both very
is
similar transformations
because
as
he
well.
even
Yeah.
says, "Are you?"
Yeah.
Doesn't he say, "Are you?" No,
No,
ignore
that's
me.
that's you're
That's the
getting
next one.
ahead of yourself,
I'll
JP.
get ahead of myself
That's
now.
on time.
Can you tell we've double watched them? Whoops, ignore that one. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I don't know what I'd
Cool. What
rather.
one are you picking?
I'm picking the Ood because I'm all about the peace, man.
What's that got to do with it? What?
I just think that'd be quite a nice life living on that planet as a community. It's communism at its
What,
finest, really, isn't it?
Throwing up your own brain into your hand.
Yeah, but maybe the actual transformation. Well, no, to be fair, I'd rather throw a small ball object into my hand than puke up an entire fucking gas mask.
Mm,
Yeah, I think the
true.
quality of life's better after the transformation view, isn't it?
I'd
You'd
love
rather
to
be a
in it.
slave.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd want to be a freed Ood.
There's no such thing as free, dude, though. They die if they're not
They're right.
slaves.
He literally frees them at the end.
he does free
Yeah,
them.
but they all want to be slaves still. They live off being slaves.
Jesus.
No, they don't.
They do. They literally say
They
that.
don't. What are you talking
They
about?
literally say, if we don't, we would die. They say that in this episode.
Yeah, that's whilst they've got the circle around them. They just have the whole
Oh, yeah,
ending of
these
this
are
is
the,
that they
the
go on to
mirror
be
Oods, to be
free.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're free.
Yeah,
fair
exactly.
point, fair point.
You dickhead.
They're pre-made or
Um, JP, Easter egg?
Oh, bees.
What?
Bees. Yeah.
Bees. Second episode that they've mentioned that there's an issue with the bees. So, yeah, go with that one.
So that's your idea, bees.
But yeah, I mean, obviously something is happening with the bees, whether they're, I don't know, fucking microchip bees or some other thing. But yeah, no, the bees.
You're technically not wrong.
Yeah, there's something is like whether, I don't know, the Daleks are mind controlling the bees or the bees are being pulled off the earth by some kind of gravity off of another ship or something. But something is going on with the bees. That is it. That's my guess.
I would say, well, first of all,
Interesting.
we have the Easter egg for the series, but it also has technically the Easter egg for next series.
Next series.
Yeah, well, not really next series, the in between the next series bit.
Christmas.
Text me.
Yeah, kind of the
What it
Christmas
is.
thing.
Remind me.
But I would say this is the most in your face Easter egg. Like when we get to the end of it, JP, you're going to be like, oh my fucking God, it was right in my face.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm quite looking forward to that. I like those kind of things, though. So I'm looking forward to that.
So that's all you've got. You've just got bees.
Yeah, the bees. As I said, it's the second episode that they've mentioned bees. So yeah, I'm listening out for bees, I guess, or issues with bees. You know,
Bees and angels.
bees and angels. I'm annoyed. I've not seen
don't
any
forget the
angel
angels.
references on this, so I'm annoyed.
Right. So there's one bit. The Doctor's in the cage, and he goes full Barty Crouch Jr. from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Intentional or not intentional? He must be doing the same character, right?
When did that come out?
Must have been before this, I reckon.
Which film is that he's in?
Prisoner of Azkaban. No. It's not. It's not. It's with the Triwizard Tournament. Goblet of Fire.
No, it's not that one. It's the one after, isn't it?
No, it's Goblet of Fire.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is. He's in Goblet of Fire.
I don't think it is.
Oh my God, it is.
Join us next week for the Harry Potter rewatch. Are you both Googling?
Oh, it is Goblet of Fire.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know it is. I know it is.
No, it's Goblet of Fire.
Oh,
when did Goblet of Fire come out?
We show a big level of professionalism here on this podcast.
A Goblet of
That's
Fire
only
was
a fun, isn't it?
2005.
Oh,
That's
yeah, so
after.
it is after.
Yeah.
So it is.
There's
It is
this
Barty
one
Crouch.
little Harry Potter fact, and I don't get this right all of the time, so you have to bear with me. But there's something like the chapter of the book where Barty Crouch is introduced, like the actual chapter. If you go into Goblet of Fire, which would have been written in the 90s, presumably, or very early 2000s, way before Doctor Who, the chapter Barty Crouch is introduced in is called The Parting of the Ways, which is quite mad. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure that's true. Google it.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Or the last scene Barty Crouch is in, or the scene he gets arrested in, is called The Parting of the Ways, which is obviously, JP, as you'll know, the episode David Tennant gets introduced in Doctor Who.
That's pretty cool.
I tell you what, though, I am incredibly jealous that you got to meet David Tennant. Not only meet him, you got to act with him as well. That's mad.
Sorry,
oh, good, because I'm Harry Potter.
Josh.
You really confused
me. Wizard Harry.
I was like, wait, hold on, what?
How dumb do you have to be if you've got not just a gun, but a full-on assault rifle, and you get killed by an ood with a ball on a bit of string?
Oh, I said this. This really annoyed me. Like, it was very over dramatic for something that shouldn't have really been over dramatic. Like, as you say, they've got a ball on a string, right, that works through contact. But these guys have got guns that have already been proven that they can shoot and injure ood.
Yeah.
So either make the ood invincible or make the orb thing long range. Either one.
No, exactly. It for me, it was a bit like, come on. And I know they're going for the whole strength in numbers things, but then you need to hire more actors because at no point do they look overwhelmed.
No. And what I didn't understand as well, they cut to a few outside shots, like when everything's all kicked off and the Ood are running riot and everything like that. They cut to a few shots where there's guards being like kind of, tussling with the Ood. But there's been like fires and explosions in the background. And I'm like, what dickheads? Like, why is there fire in the background? There shouldn't be fire. I don't get it. Like
I have got one note.
Go on.
I've got one note that's just, that's for the trailer, clearly. And it is literally just the Doctor and Donna are running. There's a big explosion behind them, but there's no people, there's no ood, there's no gunshots. Just boom, big explosion. They go flying. And then that ood Sigma just walks out from the shadows. And I'm just like, what is happening here?
It's just like the Ood aren't arming themselves with fucking Molotov cocktails or anything. It's just why is there fire? Why is there explosions? Like
I pictured there was like petrol cans or petrol things somewhere and people they're getting shot and blown up.
But how stupid do you have to be to shoot them?
Well, what else are they going to do? They're going to die otherwise. They've got to shoot you.
Jesus Christ, they're not running at you.
So not GTA. There's just, I get it. It all looks very dramatic. Also, what's the point of setting this on an ice planet?
No idea. Couldn't work that one out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they went to real efforts. I was reading in the trivia to make it look like snow. All of the snow in this is just paper, by the way. It's just ripped up bits of paper.
Oh, thank God they didn't do what they did in The Wizard of Oz in the 30s.
What did they do in The Wizard of Oz in the 30s?
Oh, they used actual asbestos.
Oh, good.
Like actual asbestos. So every snow scene you see in The Wizard of Oz, they're just like playing around in asbestos.
Well, she lived till about 80, so it's clearly not that bad, is it?
No, I'm not sure about the others, though.
Oh, they all had masks on.
Also, 80's not that old, really, nowadays.
Not bad for the 30s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for the 30s as well.
So then lots of explosions for the sake of explosions, and it's all going off. And they escape to Area 15. Area 15. You get it, guys? Area 15?
I don't know. Make it a little bit more subtle for me, and I may
51.
Get it. No, Jesus.
And then it turns out there's a big old brain with a circle around it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting, because I suppose it's a visual thing, but no, not just any brain, though, a hungry brain as well.
Oh, yeah. What do you reckon that death was like for that poor man?
Absolutely horrific.
Would you rather fall into the ood brain or become an ood? That's the question.
Become an ood.
I'd quite happily become an ood. I think it seems like a really nice life. I don't know why you're making it out to be such negative.
I'm not saying it's a negative. It's just I don't know. I just don't think I'd want to be an Ood.
I think I'd happily be an Ood.
No, I wouldn't want to be an Ood from choice.
Right. I would just like to make something very clear here. I wasn't really paying much attention to this episode at the start. Like I said, my ears
Brilliant.
pricked up about halfway through. By the time we're at this and he's setting the charges and there's the weird, crappy CGI brain, I was fucking loving this episode. I was so into it. It's unbelievable. This ending, it's total nonsense. Like they're setting stupid bombs not far enough away from each other, but miles away from the thing. And just all of it, none of it makes any sense. He's turning into an Ood just for the sake of it. Ood Sigma, why have you not gone feral? Why are you still here? What is going on? I fucking loved it. I was so hooked. It's unbelievable.
It is a good second half. I've always thought, thinking back about this episode, I've always thought it's quite a decent episode to watch, to rewatch, in my opinion, when we watched it as kids.
I definitely think this series from here on out is now an absolute cracker of a series.
There's no bad episodes in this series. None.
Pompeii and Partners in Crime.
I thought you'd like Pompeii because of Capaldi.
I like it because of Capaldi, but it's still not a great episode.
No,
and
I
you
still
said
think it's
hate it
okay.
last week.
You
said
did
hate
say
it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still like it's better than I'd rather rewatch that than some of the episodes in other series. I think
Interesting.
weaker episodes of this series, but still okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't rewatch this one very often. I went into it with the opinion that this is going to be a bit of a nothing episode, and honestly, I was hooked. You know, I love an episode about capitalism and anti-consumerism and all that sort of nonsense. No, I've refrained from bringing it up. I just think it's genuinely really tense, the finale. Even the little bits where he's like, "Oh, good," and it's like, "Oh, something's wrong with him." Even the undercover science man that's actually part of the Save the Ood Brigade. Like, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I did like that. That was a nice twist.
What's that group called? The activists.
The
Friends of
Climate or something, isn't it?
What are we talking real life?
Those sort of vibes.
The UK one, yeah,
real life.
Yeah, Extinction.
Extinction Rebellion. He gives me Extinction Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion. Yeah.
Fair play to the
does.
bloke. He's done well. 10 years.
But
at least he's not just sitting in the middle of roads blocking people off, is he? He's doing some real work here.
Fucking hell. Even that, because I was sat there and I was like, oh, this is all a coincidence that this is all kicking off at the same time. It's all very, it's convenient storytelling that, he's turning into an Ood, all of the Ood are going feral, the doctor arrived. But then it's all explained that no, actually, it's because he's weakened the shield down to 0, and it's because Ood Sigma's like all of it. It just, I don't know, man. I'm really, really, really genuinely satisfied with this ending. I think it's brilliantly tense, and just very happy of it. Very happy about it. I mean, Brad, did you feel like it wrapped itself up nicely?
Yeah, I think some of the best Doctor Who episodes are where it keeps you guessing the whole way through. You don't really know what's going on, and then there's a really good, solid reveal at the end, and that's exactly what this does. I quite enjoyed it. I like the whole transformation. I like the bit at the end. I've really liked the Ood in this series as a whole. Like I say, I think they are the whole bit where they're singing at the end as well, and it all links to David Tennant. I like it. I love it.
It's all very poetic. JP, were you happy with the way things wrapped up?
Yeah, I quite liked it. It was for quite a for an episode with quite a dark undertone. It was quite a nice ending, and I feel they needed that ending, because if they'd have fucked up the ending on this, there could have been. I'm not saying like kind of proper issues where people call it Doctor Who to be axed and everything like that, but I feel that ending needed to happen the way it did for the fans to feel like they actually had a decent episode.
There's only one thing that bugs me about the ending, to be fair. The whole episode is about breaking the circle, and the circle must be broken. Yeah, they don't like circles because it needs to be broken. And then what do? They all stand in a circle and start singing.
No,
go in a square.
Bradley, it's a metaphor. The circles we create for ourselves call unity, but when someone puts a circle around us or forces us to
Oh,
be in
that's
a
all right then.
circle, it
That's all
is.
right
It's
then.
a metaphor.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's communism. This is an episode
Oh, here
supporting
we go.
communism.
Here we go. We rattled him. Communism.
No, I'm just saying that we should all vote Labour.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm actually not saying that. I would like to go on the record. This is an anti-Labour podcast. We should all vote Lib Dems, and I've been saying that for the past 10 years.
You don't even live in the bloody country.
Let's just
I'm
not
telling you,
bring politics into this.
we need a Liberal government.
I just think it should just be for the people. It's just,
To be fair, Lib Dems do want to show the Premier League free of charge on TV, so I'm up for
I
that.
got my vote straight away.
Yeah, I might vote for them.
To be honest, what this country really needs right now is a doctor.
That's true.
That is true. That is true.
John Sim for PM.
The real PM that we need is Hugh fucking Grant, though. Let's be real. Just do Love Actually.
Fair play. Fair play. Let's do it.
David Beckham's left foot. David Beckham's right foot, for that matter.
What film?
Might have to put that on tonight.
Not a bad shout. I can't watch it when it's not Christmas, though. It don't feel right.
You've got to have a little mid-year treat to Love Actually, for sure. Reminder. Fucking hell. This has been an odd podcast. Jack came out gay at the beginning of it. We're now coming out gay at the end of it.
Wait, there's nothing wrong with Love Actually.
Oh,
no, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I've never seen it.
Right, anyway. Brad, let's start with you. Love it or hate it?
Yeah, it's got to be a love it. It's a solid, good Doctor Who episode, and I'm here for it. David Tennant at his best again.
All good hair in this episode, for sure.
Ah, good everything.
Sorry,
hair,
good hair.
The outfit.
Good hair.
Like the outfit, but good acting, good everything.
Less keen on the outfit, but no, a solid set of hair for sure. And he is on top form. Even there was a bit at the beginning, he's like, oh, I know. Like he did a really high-pitched squeak like that out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, I haven't heard him do that for ages.
Oh dear.
JP, love it or hate it?
Oh, love it. This was an easy love it. Like, yeah, it was a good episode. It was, as I said, it was an episode with dark undertones. Was still very interesting, very sci-fi. As I said, I got Jurassic Park vibes from it as well. Yeah, I'm on board for it.
Nice.
You?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think it's a love it. Yeah, pretty solid episode all around. Like I said, I was half-assed watching this because I had a few things to do. And then, got halfway in and I was like, right, everything else can wait. I actually need to finish this episode. I think that says it all, to be totally honest with you. I think that sort of sums up the episode. JP, having not watched the next episode and only having watched the next time, what do you think?
Yeah, looks interesting.
Don't remember what the reveal is for the next time, can I?
I really can't.
We see Martha in the next time trailer.
Oh, do we? Will we see Martha? That was interesting.
Do we?
Yeah, we'll see Martha. Can't wait to see her. I'm sure she's been up to lots and definitely not heading up unit and still being a doctor. But I hope she's not engaged. That'd be devastating.
Engaged to Lucifer himself.
Yeah. I really fucked that one up. I'm sorry.
Did you expect to see Martha back?
No, I that is something I will say. We will, we'll dive into it in the next episode. But I did not expect to see Martha back, and I think that was probably. I'm now trying to work out what was less expected, to see Rose again or to see Martha again.
Oh, Rose for sure. Rose is trapped off in a parallel world.
Yeah, but I feel like Rose had more. Because Rose had more airtime, didn't she? She had 2 seasons. Yeah, 2 seasons. She had 2 seasons. Martha only had 1. So I'd feel just on the basis of just pure statistics, the fans have got more time to love Rose than they have Martha. So if they're ever going to,
did you expect to see Rose again? Brad, did you ever expect to see Rose again?
No, of course not. Nobody did. She was
No,
gone.
but-
I
Lost off to the power of the
remember
world.
like my socks being blown off when Rose like turns her
Mate,
head in
wait
that
till we
first
get
episode.
to the finale, the cliffhanger on the finale. I can't wait for JP to see that for the first time.
Oh,
Oh, epic.
You know this is his last season, obviously.
yeah. I know it's his last season.
No, I'm technically
That's
not.
all I'm gonna say.
I
That's
don't
all
know.
I'm gonna
I
say.
don't know who's the next one.
Matt Smith.
Smithy boy.
Ah,
I
okay.
just also, just quickly on this next time episode,
Mm.
something that I've just thought about. You know, this isn't really a spoiler either, JP, but
Mhm.
throughout the series to come, the Doctor meets Unit quite often. Not often, but a few times. Why has he never asked again where Martha is?
I'm sort of fine with the idea that they just move on.
Okay,
Also,
I think
what
I've
do you
just
mean?
remembered.
Martha's like a
Nah.
regular.
That's that. What?
Message me. Talk
Unbelievable.
amongst
Honestly,
yourselves.
I'll tell you what, right? This is just the listeners and we're feeling left out here, right? I can't see this. I feel so left out. God knows how our listeners feel.
Well, JP, we mentioned that we were in the end game of
The end game.
yeah,
Is
this
it
is the
Marvel
end game of the Doctor Who universe. Yeah.
Thanos is going to turn up.
Good point. I don't know. But I also think like he does go and see her again. He does get to see her again. And then he's a new Doctor.
Yeah, but the fact that it's someone that's still alive, surely you still think about her.
I don't know. There's probably big finishes where they do meet up.
No, I don't think there are.
There must be. It's just not interesting enough to put on TV. And also, I think it's fine. Like, otherwise, every companion would have to die. Do you know what I mean?
No, but that's the point. Not every companion does die, and there's very few that are actually still around. So I think they should introduce them a bit more.
I would like it,
Maybe she
especially that
will.
we're
Maybe
seeing
it's
Unit.
like, what's her
Yeah,
name?
especially that we're seeing Unit in this series so much. I think it would be cool if Martha came back.
Yeah,
If she survives through this series, of course.
yeah, true. We'll see.
Oh, we get to see naked Martha in the next episode.
Yeah, partially. Yeah,
I'll take partially.
not that we haven't seen this at all yet. The next episode.
No,
Oh
we
yeah,
haven't
no,
seen
yeah,
this
we
yet.
Jack
get to
hasn't
see
seen
it in the
this
next
yet.
episode.
We get to see it.
So, yeah,
Right, wrapping it up.
bit of excitement for you, Jack.
Can't wait.
JP, if you do like a bit of Martha, just Google Freema Agyeman Sense8.
What?
Sensei.
Yeah, Sense8.
Oh, Sense8. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Sense8. What's that?
I think it's Sensei as in like a Japanese master. What?
It's just another show that she's in, and there is a mad scene where she's like full on strap on pegging another girl.
What?
Like full on, like it's proper graphic.
Wow.
There you go. There's some homework for you kids tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We bring you all the interesting facts here at DocuPod. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you next week for the Santaran episodes. Me and Brad will see you in between with our review of Rogue. And yeah, anything to add, boys? Thanks for hosting today, Brad.
You're welcome. I guess I'll do the sign off as well. So thank you for joining me both. My co-host and my special guest, Josh. Yeah, really, really nice to have you here. Thank you very much. And if there's nothing else, I guess.
Yeah. No, thanks for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. And we will catch you all next week.
Sorry, I thought we was already done.
Adios, amigos.
Amigos. Fuck you.
Oh, it's annoying when someone jumps in, isn't it?